As today is your first conference, and I encourage you to speak up. Let your voices be heard and do not sit in silence.
That we can make the changes that we really need in order to take the world that we imagine and make it into a reality.
Model United Nations is a simulation of the real United Nations, and it starts with the opening ceremony where the Secretary General and Deputy Secretary General welcome everyone to the conference and make their own speeches, and then there's usually a guest speaker who makes their own speech, and then individually each ambassador from all of the delegations come up and welcome themselves and their delegations to the conference. And then we move to each of the individual committees for lobbying and merging.
Lobbying and merging is basically a period at the beginning of each debate, so in the committee rooms, and it's basically where delegates, they get into groups, so they choose their groups, and then they share their resolutions amongst them. They choose a main submitter and some co-submitters, and they basically share parts of their resolution, the parts they like, they take away the parts they don't like, and they form a big resolution within the groups. So then, after, in lobbying, they're going to go around to the other groups and get signatories. Once they have 3 signatories, then the resolution can be debated.
It is also a fantastic way for delegates to meet people from different schools and different cultures and backgrounds, and that therefore expands their knowledge of the world.
My role as secretary is to help around and to photocopy papers and to print and pass notes to see how MUN is, and so that when I'm older I can also start MUN and I can be a delegate as well.
So following the lobbying and merging, we move on to the debating procedure. Once we have the resolutions, we then have the main submitter come up and do a speech about them. So once that happens, we have the procedure where people debate for and against the resolution. Oftentimes, sponsors will come up and speak for the resolution, and there will also be people who speak against the resolution. After this, we move on to voting procedures where people vote for and against. And if the majority is for, then the resolution moves on to the General Assembly.
The General Assembly is when all the delegations are joined, and the best resolutions from each committees are selected and debated. Now, if your resolution wasn't picked, it doesn't mean it wasn't good. It could have been very good, excellent. But, well, those that were chosen were the ones that were easier to debate and find solutions for.
Firstly, it's a personal level for the students to build their confidence in speaking, in communicating with fellow delegates. Secondly, in this era of globalization, it's now more important than ever, we believe, for students to be globally aware, to face the challenges that the world is going to throw at them in their future. And thirdly, it is, for example, us as teachers, we are simply facilitators. It's a student-led activity. The students act as chairs. They take over the running of the conferences. We take a back seat, and we simply facilitate their learning journey.
MUN, whether you are very inspired by the problems or not, whether you want to change the world, I think it is a fantastic way for you to grow as a person, to introduce yourself to new ideas and open your knowledge of the world and understanding of what problems people go through. And to me, it is a way to grow and grow confidence, because with every time you speak, I think it brings something new to yourself, to your understanding of what it means to be a public speaker.
To improve the world and to make it a better place for everybody.
Even though I may just be a student,
it means a chance for our generation to move on and become involved in world politics, culture, and society.
Now, MUN has boosted my self-esteem and my confidence, so, you know, I'm talking to you on the camera, which is great for me.
Participating in MUN has really helped me build my confidence, and I've managed to meet many like-minded people, and it's really helped my communication skills as we have to collaborate in order to make resolutions during lobbying and merging. I've made many, many friends.